Welcome to Mathematics. Our special lesson for this episode is linear regression. Okay, so when we say linear regression, we are actually comparing two kinds of variable and how related are they, how closely related are they with each other. Okay, so there are various methods in linear regression, and we are going to tackle one. We have this least squares line, or the line of best fit. Okay, usually it comes with a set of ordered pairs, x sub 1, y sub 1, and so on and so forth. So we need to remember that y hat is equal to ax plus b. So it's actually somewhat like a slope-intercept form, where a, or the slope, is n summation of xy minus the product of the sum of x and the sum of y over n multiplied by summation of x squared minus the square of the sum of x. And you must also remember that b here, it stands as the mean minus the slope times the mean of x, mean of y and mean of x. So, example, find the equation of least square line given the table. For this is our stride in length and our speed in meters per second. So we have 2.5 meters, its speed is 3.4, okay, and up until that one. Okay, I can actually share it with you in this way. Okay, so to solve that, we first need to complete our table for our x and y. Why do we need to do this? Because we need to find this equation. Okay, but in order to find this, we need to find our slope first, our x and y's, and so on and so forth. That's why we need to equate it in a table form. So as you can see, our x here is our stride. Okay, so 2.5, and we have 3.4 for our speed. So it goes something like that, 3.0, 3.0, and 4.9, okay, until our last digit. Okay, so in our next column, we have here x squared. So we are going to square our x, which is 2.5. So it would be 6.25. You can actually use your calculator with you. 3 squared is 9, right? And we have 3.3 squared is 10.89. And there you go. It's like a fast forward, right? Because I want to save some time. Next, we have xy. Okay, so why is xy included? Why does it not have y squared? Let's see. Because we do not have y squared here. As you can see, we do not have. But we have an x squared here. Okay, which means we need to find all our x squared, and we are going to sum each of them to find our summation of x squared. Okay, that's why we don't have any y squared. Next, we have xy here. That's why we need to fill in our table with xy. Okay, so it means we're going to multiply our x and our y. So 2.5 times 3.4 gives us 8.5. 3.0 times 4.9 gives us 14.7. Alright, I actually did it for you. Okay, so we have our list of these following columns. So next, we need to find our summation of x. So we are going to total our x, 2.5 plus 3.0 up until 4.5. So we have summation of x is equal to 28.8. Next, summation of y. So summation of y, 3.4 plus 4.9 plus 5.5 up until 8.7 would give us 52.1. Okay. Next, summation of x squared. So 6.25 plus 9.0 up until 20.25 would give us 106.72. Next, we have summation of xy. So 8.5 plus 14.7 up until 39.15. That would give us 195.86. Okay. So we have our data, and let's compare it with a formula. What do we have? in locking. Okay, we don't have n yet. Actually, we can just count them. How many cases are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my n is 8. Okay, so now let's start. So to compute my y hat is equal to ax plus b, I need to compute first my a and my b. Okay, that's my slope and my y-intercept. So first, let's figure out our slope. So our slope is given with that formula. Okay, so let's try that one. So our n is 8 times summation of xy. Okay, so our summation of xy, let's see, we have 195.86. So we'll write it here, 195.86 minus summation of x is 28.8. 28.8. Summation of y is 52.1. So we'll write it there, 52.1. Okay? So that would be all over n. So another 8 times summation of x squared. So what is the summation of x squared? Oh, it's 106.72. 106.72 minus, okay, so the square of the summation of x. So summation of x is 28.8, right? So we'll write it here, 28.8 and squared. Okay, so we need to compute this one. Okay, so we have already computed our slope, which is approximately 2.73. So now we have our slope, and what we should find next is our y-intercept. So to find our y-intercept, we need to find the mean of y and the mean of x. Okay, so the mean of our x is summation of x over n, which would be 28.8 over n, which is 8, which would give us 3.6. Okay, next, for our mean of y, summation of y gives us 52.1 divided by 8, and that is 6.5125. Okay, so now our y-intercept would be I see minus a. Okay, so our y mean is 6.5 minus a. Our a is 2.73. 2.73 times 3.6. Okay, so 3.6, which would give us negative 3.3. So now we can substitute it to our y hat. So y hat is ax plus b. So our least square line equation for this would be ax. Our a is 2.73x. Oh, that should have been minus 3.3 because it's plus, right? And then we have negative, so negative 3.3. So let's try to graph this one. So actually graphing this one is the easiest part. Okay, so first we just need to look at our y-intercept, which is negative 3.3. So assuming that this will be our x-axis and our y-axis, so y-intercept negative 3.3, we are going to start there. Okay, so 3.3, of course, as you can see, we do not have any negative there. So we'll be assuming our 3.3 here. Okay, so we'll extend this a bit because I forgot that it is negative 3.3. So 1 to 3.3. So this is our y-intercept, negative 3.3. Okay, and we have 2.73. So our rise is 2.73 and our run is 1. Okay, so we'll count 2 units, right? So it's like 1, 2.73, so 0.5, so it's somewhere like here, and then 1 unit. I'm going to run 1 unit, so it's somewhere around there, and I'm going to connect it with my straight edge or my ruler. Okay. So now this is my equation. I can actually connect that one. Okay. But it's somewhat like irrelevant because it's negative here. So that's why I made it sure that it would be right there. So I'm going to write our equation here, which is y hat equals 2.73x minus 3.3. Okay, so 3.3. That's right. See you.